It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only fun Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Shadell. Each week I ask my brother from another mother, Thomas Powell, if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it doing today?
It's doing all right. How's it doing for you, buddy?
It's doing all right over here, too. It's been raining. Fall has fallen. We never decided on one last week, did we?
We might have, but I already forgot.
Well,
fall has fell.
I don't think we ever settled on one, but I thought of it this week, and I'm so glad we brought it up again because I thought of one. Autumn has automatically arrived.
Okay, you could do that. You could do autumn has tumbled.
What does that mean?
Tumbled is like fell.
Yeah, but it's not alliterative.
Autumn has tumbled. No, it's whatever the...
Autumn has tumbled. Okay, you really have to pronounce the syllables in such a way that... Autumn has tumbled.
What was your dumb thing? Because, mine's stupid. What was your stupid thing?
I don't think I have anything stupid. Everything I do is smart guy shit.
Autumn has automatically...
Autumn has automatically arrived, because it always comes on the same day, more or less. Equinox,
It doesn't always come on the same day.
September 21st or 20th or 22nd, somewhere in there.
It's basically the same day.
Yeah. What, are you going to tell me I'm wrong? Calendar doesn't lie.
Saying scoreboard and pointing at a calendar.
You know what I love about autumn, which, as we all know, automatically arrives just as a new season of Survivor does. Thomas, did you watch Survivor 45 last night?
Dudes will step to you with a corny line, asking for your name, saying what's your sign.
I did, Jake.
And what did you think of this week's episode title, No Man Left Behind?
It's okay. It's an okay title.
Yeah, as far as titles go, you could do worse. She says, Sabaya is the Lulu Losers tribe, as we all know, and she says No Man Left Behind doesn't apply to Survivor. Because she's a Marine. Did you know this?
That's from the Marines. I don't know if you know this, but she was in the Marines. They have a saying there in the Marines.
Yeah, but not on Survivor. Sorry, guys. Sabaya returns Emily's shot in the dark to her. That's nice. Caleb, Sean, Emily, and Sabaya feel like they're a solid 4. And in this moment in the episode, I really bought into this. I was like, yeah, I'd love to see these 4, come together and rule the end of the game.
There's just one problem. They keep losing challenges.
They can't help
You can't
but
be a
lose.
solid 4 when you have to vote somebody out.
Emily is suspicious of why there were only 3 votes at the previous tribal council. Enough. Stop counting. What is this, Math Island?
Stop pocket watching.
Yeah. This is metagaming, Emily. Get the fuck out of here. Jeff will read as many votes as is necessary, okay? Okay, so don't even worry about it. Jeff knows. That's
Even though
take.
you're right, and Sabaya's vote doesn't ever vote. But don't worry about it.
Don't think too much about it. Counting votes is Jeff's job, not my job. Over on Bello, Jake nearly passes out while fueling the fire with his own breath. Very scary moment for me, as somebody with the same name as this guy.
Someone in the Jake community.
Yeah. Kendra talks to Jake, who says he's boys with everybody. I liked this. Again,
This is the Airhead Alliance.
Wow! The Airhead Alliance has automatically arrived. I like Jake saying he's boys with everybody, because that's kind of how I feel about everybody. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, that's a
my guy
common
right
Jake
there.
W right there.
Exactly. Kendra says the only time she's heard his name is when they found out that he's a lawyer. God
I like
forbid.
that Kendra is the one person that is threatened by lawyers.
Who cares? Jake then tells Kendra that they're definitely going drinking after this.
It's okay.
That's my boy right there. I think Jake's cool. He's growing on me. I actually like the Bello tribe the most, I think. Who's your favorite tribe at this point?
Yeah, I think I like them the best as well. I mean, it's them or I don't know. You know what though? Like, I think the way that this season is shaken out so far, they really did get rid of the dead weight early, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I mostly like everybody left, with a few exceptions.
Oh, who do you not like?
Don't love Sifu. If I'm being real about that.
That's your guy,
but
though.
you know what though? I will say I think his presence is a little less irritating now that everyone isn't being super irritating all the time. Like people are being less extra, so one person being extra doesn't matter as much.
Sure. Is he the only person you don't like?
Unless I'm not thinking of anybody, but I don't even really dislike him that much. I just think the editing's having a little too much fun with him right now.
Yeah, Survivor, we don't want to be fun. This is the only fun Survivor podcast. We don't need Survivor to be fun. That's our job. Jeff's job is reading the votes. The show's job is to be serious, and our job is to make fun of how serious it is. Stop making good TV. That's not any fun to talk about, Jeff.
Yeah. If there's one thing that this season, the problem it's had is they've made too much good TV
It's
too
too
early.
good. It's too good 3 episodes in. At no point do we have any complaints about the first 3 episodes. Over on the Reba McEntire tribe, a crab has eaten the 2 earthworms that they were going to eat. Why didn't they eat the crab?
That was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this is better than what you had.
This is like when that guy traded a paperclip up into a house. Remember that story from like 10 years ago?
Yeah, this is like there's a crab right there.
Yeah.
Delicious crab.
Delicious crab that is literally creating its own sustenance right now. It's got protein in it, so you can get protein in you. What's the issue, Reba? Eat the crab. Meanwhile,
Yeah, come on,
Austin
eat
and
the crab.
Drew go idol hunting. Drew says that finding an idol requires killer instinct and entrepreneurship. Do you agree with this statement?
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
If anyone says the word entrepreneurship ever, the first thing in my head is just shut up. It's the Arrested Development Don't Call It That bit.
I feel like you're gaslighting me and telling me that finding an idol doesn't require entrepreneurship.
God, oh man. Hey, we have a special former contestant. Hi's on the show. What's up, Hi?
So Dee is on to Austin and Drew and catches Drew digging for the idol. So he tells them that he actually saw seafood digging there, but then he gave up. This was such a bad lie.
Horrible lie.
Just come clean.
It's one of those things too. Like they were caught in 4K on this one too. Like they both looked insanely guilty the second they had to talk about this. So like, just be honest about it.
Yeah, especially since this person is in your alliance. Be like, oh, we just found this advantage. I didn't know where you were. And be like, oh, cool, let me help then. Simple. Smarten up, Drew. Smartest guy who's ever been on the show doesn't even know how to say, oops, we messed up.
Well, that's also, is there somebody that isn't in the alliance? Is Sifu not in the alliance?
Sifu and Jay are not in the alliance.
Putting him on a seafood diet, but
You can't see, but I'm flipping you off right now for that one.
okay, yeah. But like, yeah, I think what you could say is like we didn't want to, like, I had already talked, we had talked about it together, but we didn't want to draw too much attention until we actually found it because it might alert the other people in the tribe.
Yeah.
But since you're already here.
No, let's just immediately throw somebody else under the bus. And then, like, why would he give up and then you go look there?
I feel like you should have a plan in place if somebody finds you of an excuse, too.
Well, they did have a plan in place. They were going to talk about tacos.
Oh, okay.
It just didn't work. Whoever decided to put this second clue here, so close to camp, genius move from the Survivor gods. At the reward challenge, they have to hit a ball onto a track and then catch it and then toss the ball and then throw some rings. How about
Loved
that?
it. This is a great challenge. There was a lot of basketball happening.
That's what I was going to say. This was the basketball one, right?
You know who's a fucking hooper? Caleb's a fucking hooper. He was out there.
Yes.
absolutely crushing it. Held his form on the one, the little basket that you got to hit to raise up the ring toss thing. Held his form on that.
I noticed that. Yeah.
I love the little spin that he put on the last ring that he put on there.
Smart. Very smart.
Caleb's my favorite player on the season. Caleb fucking rules.
That's a basic take. Everybody loves Caleb. Everybody loves him so much that they were going to vote him out third. The winners get some fruit, and the top tier team gets raid another camp. And wouldn't you believe, no longer the Lulu losers, the Lulu winners, in fact. What a name. Lulu winners. Do you think they named this tribe Lulu so that they could be called the Lulu losers and then put all of the worst people on it?
It would not surprise me. It certainly would not surprise me.
It's a funny bit if that's what they were doing. Lulu wins, Reba takes second, and then everybody's favorite baller, Hooper, Caleb, goes on the tribe raid. What do you think of the tribe raid? As in general?
I don't love it.
Why not?
I just think it's dumb.
Okay. What about it is dumb?
I think going over and raiding somebody's camp is an advantage you shouldn't get. I think part of it is just the idea is you get to talk to other people or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't love it.
I understand what you're saying. It's especially odd that they did it so early.
Yeah.
But it's nobody has anything yet. Go ahead and raid the other tribe. He also is given basically one extra vote to give to somebody else called the goodwill advantage. They're complicating these votes, and I don't think I like it.
Too many advantages.
Yeah.
This is what they do when they don't have any other ideas.
What happened to one person, one vote? This is America. I guess it's not. I guess it's Survivor.
At least I thought it was.
It's not, though. So he goes over to the Reba McEntire tribe. Sifu and Jay have an incredibly awkward jam session. Did you love this scene?
Yeah, it was great.
When Sifu pretended to use the machete as a guitar and Jay was forced into sing along. That's cool, right?
Yeah, cool. Good stuff.
Cool, good stuff. So happy we got 90 minutes so we can see that. Caleb is very charming and talks to everyone individually. People on the podcast were like, what a genius move it was for Caleb to talk to everybody individually. Why wouldn't you do that? Isn't that the whole purpose of this whole gimmick?
I don't know. Somebody might be more focused on the raid than on forming connections.
Well, that's why Caleb's going to win this game, supposedly. He gives Drew the goodwill advantage, who shares it with his alliance, making up for... it's like when a ref calls a penalty on the opposite team because they messed up a penalty earlier in the game. Basketball, probably other sports too.
Yes, I'm familiar with it. Heard of it.
Yeah, good stuff. It's kind of like that. The Lulu winners have their fruit basket, and Emily's whole vibe has changed. Pretty good stuff, huh? We love Emily now.
I love it when someone's whole vibe changes.
Vibe shift. Okay, so Sabaya floats the idea of voting out Caleb. Says, is it too early? Yeah, what are you talking about? Take out the one person everybody doesn't like to increase your alliance. Strengthen your alliance.
Also, getting rid of your ringer and challenges seems like a bad idea. I know you're already losing them, but the guy that won you the challenge, maybe don't get rid of that guy.
Yeah, but what about when he wins at the end? You got to think about the end game at the beginning.
Right away. You got to think about the end right now.
Over on Bello, Jake goes fishing and loves it. I personally haven't been fishing since I was a child, and I didn't really care for it much then. It was quite boring. I don't think I would care for it much now either. And if somebody invites me to a fishing trip,
relaxing.
I'd say no, thank you.
I think as a kid, I think it's boring mostly because it's your perception of time is slower and, you want stuff to be happening. I think as an adult, the appeal of it is that it's kind of meditative. It's still not my thing, but like I get why people like it.
Sure. I'd rather just like pull up the Calm app though if I want to meditate. It's 2023. I'm a fucking millennial.
This is what's wrong with society today.
Nobody
Someone would rather
wants to
pull up
fish
an
anymore.
app than go catch a bass.
That's a pretty good joke. So here's what I think about Jake and J Maya. I think, the tribe swap is coming up, and maybe even they'll both make it to the merge in the future. I want them to get an alliance together so they can be called Jake Maya. Isn't that fun?
Yes. And it'll definitely happen. So.
Yeah, why wouldn't it happen?
No reason.
Kendra, Kelly, and Katura discuss Jake, and Brunkle Bruce becomes the target. Because everybody likes Jake, He's boys with everybody.
It's true. He is boys with everybody. A lot of people are talking about it.
Brunkle Bruce, on the other hand,
and they're definitely going drinking after this.
Brunkle Bruce, on the other hand, is broys with everybody, and nobody likes that.
He's Brunkle Broys with everyone.
Over on Reba, Austin tells Julie and Dee about the Beware advantage, so they hatch a plan to find a rope underground. And then they find a hammer, and then finally the idol forces them to sacrifice the vote. Oh, and then they also break open a rock. This was fun. This is a fun little scavenger hunt, no?
Yeah, I agree.
Did you notice the note that how it was attached to the idol didn't say when everybody is merged, but when all players live on the same beach or something like that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's interesting phrasing, because, they're all about the phrasing on this show. So, tune in. What am I saying?
Yeah. Don't touch that dial.
At the Immunity Challenge, they have to pull a cart, collect keys and blocks, and move the blocks through a barricade, and then build a massive cube puzzle. I
love building a cube. I liked bringing the barricade through. I thought that was neat.
I do really like whenever they have to put a cart through the barricade and, undo it and then redo it. There's better verbs for what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's I don't know why. It's just satisfying to me. Maybe I like seeing things go through holes.
Maybe I like seeing things go through holes.
I like seeing things go through holes.
Truer words have never been said.
Lulu winners lose their name. They are once again the Lulu losers. Very interesting music choice here, no?
What was it?
Well, instead of them doing the celebratory, Reba takes first, Bello takes
music?
second. It was sad music to be what a surprise, the Lulu losers are back. What do you think of these post-game interviews that Jeff is doing with the contestants now?
I don't watch them. So I don't think anything of them.
Okay. I've been watching them. I didn't know we could just skip through moments in the show.
No, are you saying after the challenge
Yeah,
or whatever?
after the challenge, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it.
I don't think I like it. I feel like this is a new thing. Maybe it happened every once in a while, but it feels like it's happened a lot more this season. They're
Yeah.
Lulu, you lost again. How does that feel? Tell us in a talking head. Stop making sense,
They have more
Jeff.
time. They have more time to fill. I think that's probably why they're doing it.
Okay, but what about the really fun scavenger hunts that we get to watch all the time? Or people's big toes? Why do I only know about one person's toe? How many toes are there on this show?
That's bullshit.
There's 18 people. We can assume they all have 10 toes. There's 180 toes on this show, and I only know about one of them.
You want to see toes.
Look,
Show feet.
not even show feet. I don't give a shit about your feet. Show me your toes. Survivor 44. No, what is this one? Survivor 45, the toe season. That's what we'll call it in the future. Do you think it would be fun to go through each season of the new era at some point and give them each a title beyond their beyond their numbers. And I'm realizing now
I think that we should probably like watch Australian Survivor or something before we do that. I think there's better uses of our time.
I was going to say, like, that would require us to remember anything that happens in the past.
Yeah, that part's tough too.
So the Lulu losers, they're all sad now. Caleb and Sabaya agree to use each other's name when talking to Emily because obviously Emily's getting voted out. Sabaya says she's going to drop her wax idol in the fire at Tribal. Very funny bit. I loved this a lot. So now Emily is considering targeting Sabaya. Emily warns Caleb that he's the target, but he doesn't quite buy it. As far as like scenes,
He doesn't quite Sabaya it.
Good. As far as like scenes of scrambling before the tribal council in the new era, I thought this was really fun.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why. I really don't know why Sabaya told Emily about this.
Yeah, she's trying to do too much. I think that was clear.
I mean, I'm glad that she did because I like Caleb and I like Caleb better than her. And I was even willing to potentially sacrifice points to keep Caleb around.
Wow. You're playing with house money with those extra 10 points here.
That's right. Yeah, I got a buffer.
Okay, let's talk about these wildlife shots. We've got birds, of course. We had a bunch of wildlife shots in the intro that's finally back. Thank you, Jeff. So if we are missing any wildlife shots, we always have that as a fallback. But we did have a fish that appeared to be like the blue velvet angelfish. Do you know anything about this fish?
Blue velvet angelfish. I'm not familiar.
What color do you think it is?
Probably blue.
It's a bluish black color, although in poor light it appears black. Also, I don't know if this is the correct fish. I looked at about 1,000 fish this morning from Fiji, trying to identify the one on the TV. It was a blue fish with like yellow in the middle of its sides, you know?
Well, you're on the record about being bored about fishing too, so.
Yes, fish suck.
When you had to look around for fish, you were like, ugh.
Fish are foes, not content. Remember from Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo.
Classic movie. Call Me Nemo. Remember that guy? Call me Ishmael.
Yep, that's not close enough, but.
Who's Nemo? Oh, Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've read a book or two or seen a movie at Debbie and Company. You ever go to that store? I used to go there a lot, and they once were playing 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on the TV. It was a teacher supply store that my mom would frequent. And there was
we both had the experience of going to teacher supply stores, and let me tell you, most of the time they were boring, but they did sometimes have like Playmobil there. And so I'd be like, ooh, I'm going to go look at the Playmobil.
They had, I remember at this one that we would frequent, I believe it was called Debbie and Company, but I think it was either something similar or they changed the name.
Was that the one on Plainfield? Because I'm pretty sure that's the exact one that my mom went to.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that's the one.
It's over by MC Sports.
Yes, that's the one.
Yep. Oh, yep. We went to the same place.
We had the same childhood. We would go there all the time, and they once played 20,000 Leagues on the tube TV that was over the, like, train set, where you could, like, build the trains out of blocks or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
Like those wooden train sets. Super fun. And the 20,000 Leagues movie was all children in the cast. And I was very surprised by that. I'm going to look this up right now. Because it's such a strong memory for me. Call me Jules. No, I won't, Mr. Vern. But I remember sitting there and watching it and being like, this is so fun. Crayola Kid Adventure, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Crayola Kids Adventures. Okay, well, this told me nothing. I went to the Wikipedia page, and it's nothing. This is a segment called Tom's IMDb Corner. We're still in the middle of the other one, but I got distracted. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 1997. That tracks. So everybody is an adult now on the IMDb page. It was directed by Michael Anderson. Evil is a silent hunter. That was the thing. A romance? I can't believe they tried to make a romance out of this story. I truly wanted to barf every time the love triangle between Sophie, Nemo, and Ned reared its ugly head. That's a featured review. Then they ruined potentially the best part of the movie by replacing the giant squid with a reject from the Godzilla movie. That's a take. I'm going to watch this movie.
Do you think that the giant squid is in that movie because they had quid there?
Because they're British?
Yeah, well, you know what that means. You got, it comes after quid is squid, putting the whole place at risk, naming your money that.
I don't know what you're referencing right now. What is this?
Can't believe you don't remember a dumb joke that we were making while playing Scrabble one time many years ago.
That was so long ago. Okay, I think this is the one. Crayola Kids Adventures, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This one was directed by Michael Cruzen. You know him?
I'm not familiar.
This is the one I found. This is the one I was thinking of. Crayola Kids Adventures. Huh. I've discovered a whole thing. Anyway, let's get back to wildlife shots. Where can these fish be found? The blue velvet angelfish, in case you forgot.
The water. You can find them in the ocean.
You are killing this game.
I am so smart.
The waters of what country specifically?
Fiji, probably.
It's the only place you can find them. This is an extreme. Do you think this fish is extremely shy or more gregarious?
It's a clownfish, so it's probably more gregarious.
It's actually an extremely shy fish, and I don't think it's a clownfish. It's an angelfish.
That's right.
You were thinking of Captain.
I'm still thinking of Nemo.
You were thinking of
Angels,
Captain Nemo.
as we know, are famously shy.
They said Finding Nemo, and then that captain wasn't even in the movie. That's probably
bullshit. They should call it lies. They shouldn't call it.
I think they should
call it false advertising.
I think I really liked everybody in that movie. I think they should call it Great Fellas. Great Fishlas.
I think it's in like one of the first episodes of On Cinema. Greg Turkington is talking about John Goodman, and he goes, "They should call him John Greatman because he's a great actor."
Really good joke. Really great joke, even. How big do you think these birds are? I mean, fish are. Excuse me. Sorry, I hate thinking about fish. I'd rather think about birds.
I'm gonna say they're like. These are probably not super big fish. I'm gonna say they're like 6 inches.
Try half as hard next time.
3 inches.
Correct. Actually, like 2.8, but close enough. And how do you think they rank on the IUCN Red List?
I'm hoping least concern, so that's what I'm going with.
Well, it appears to not be listed. So that's probably
So
good.
it's either fine or already extinct.
They would mention if it was already extinct. Not evaluated, which means it's plentiful. I take it. Because why would a red list evaluate something that's not near threatened? Or, you know what I'm trying to say. Why would they bother if something's not near extinction? I'm using the wrong words, but you know what I'm trying to say. At Tribal Council, Sabaya immediately puts her wax idol in the fire. Great stuff. I hope they bring this back, because it's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, like, you want an idol? You're going to have to work for it. I appreciate that. No more hunting through the jungle like you're Russell Hantz. Throw a wax candle in the fire. Funny stuff. They talk about the camp raid and general camp scrambling. And finally, Sabaya takes the idol out of the fire and lets it cool for a minute, for safety. I loved that. That was so funny. And Jeff just being
like...
We
had a Survivor cookout going, as Jeff said.
Jeff's being like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This one's the same rules as the one Drew had found. When everybody is on the same beach, keep an eye out, folks. We're the only ones who said this.
Keep a Sabai out.
Keep a Sabai out. Sabaya's out 2-1 over Caleb. I was kind of sad until I saw that you had
It was.
picked
I don't think
Sabaya.
anyone was terribly happy about it, but
Yeah, least of all
Sean was very distraught.
Yeah, I was. Honestly, at this point, I didn't want any of them to go home from this tribe. I liked all
I
of
was
them.
bummed. Yeah, I didn't want anybody to go there.
Even Emily is growing on me. People are saying Emily.
Yeah, Emily's fine.
Emily
She's
might
fine
win.
now. I doubt it, but okay.
It's all about the arc. It's all about the journey.
This is on there. That's not. You're. I'm really nice now, and like 2 episodes is not an arc.
3 episodes, and it is. Thomas, last week you had, of course, 22 points. I had 10 points. You had picked Marlon Brando to survive on the Bellow tribe, and he did. I picked Kendra, who I'm falling more and more for every week. Falling for in like a
Oh my God.
Like a romantic way. I just think Kendra's fun, and I would like to be on that tribe with her. And she seems like the type of person that you would love, too. On Lulu,
Yeah, okay.
I picked Sean, who, of course, survived. So that's another point for me. And who did you... can you remind me who you picked for Lulu, Thomas?
I picked Sabaya.
And we said bye-bye to Sabaya. So
We
no
did.
point for you this week there. You picked, of course, Sifu with Rita McIntyre.
Look, I'm gonna give it to you because you gotta take the points where you can get them. You know,
Exactly. This is where I come back. You picked Sifu McIntyre. I picked Austin McIntyre. Both of them survived. Neither of us picked the correct reward, but you said Reba McIntyre would win reward, and she did. I said the Lulu Losers would win reward, and they did. Good call from me, huh? Reba also won immunity. Good job. You got a point for that. I said Lulu would win. I was high on Lulu, and I regret that.
you made a mistake,
Neither of us corrected the correct person. Predicted the correct person. Neither of us corrected...
bro. What are you doing?
Neither of us predicted the correct person to be voted out. Why was that so hard? Of course, still waiting on KFC and Subway to show up. Okay, so who is winning the next reward? And remember,
I'm
we're
gonna
getting a
say-
tribe swap.
I'm gonna say Reba.
I'm going to say, I saw my boy Jake on Lulu, so I'm going to say Lulu.
Okay.
What will the reward be, however?
I bet they're probably gonna have food of some kind.
Can't just say food.
I'm gonna say burgers.
Okay. I'm going to say nobody should even be talking to this tribe until they've had their coffee.
Oh, okay.
Who's winning immunity?
I'm gonna say the Maria Bello tribe.
Perfect. I'm going to say Reba McIntyre continues their domination. And finally, who will be voted out? Predict correctly. Said it right that time.
I'm gonna say that Jake is a casualty of the tribe swap.
Fuck off. That's my boy right there.
He's boys with everybody. You're not special.
I'm voting for my boy, Brunkle Bruce, yet again. People are shitting on Brunkle Bruce every episode. And if he doesn't get out before the merge, that man is making it to Final Tribal, and he will lose. He is a third-place finisher if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that dude has GOAT written all over him.
Of course, you're waiting on Subway, I'm waiting on KFC, and not just for lunch here in my real life. We don't have a KFC nearby, but we do have a Popeyes, so maybe I'll do that. That sounds
Ooh,
really
I had
good.
Popeyes yesterday. Let me tell you, if they want to pay us to plug these, I will. But I like them enough. I'll plug them for free right now. The wings that they have, good. They're really similar to like Korean fried chicken, which is a big compliment.
We were discussing drugs before we started recording, and I'll tell you, I was once on a drug of sorts that is certainly legal, and went into Popeyes to get some lunch. The menu in and out every item on the menu because it's just like, you've been to a fast food restaurant. It's just like that black text on the white background. My eyes could not make sense of it. I was like, wow, drugs are real. It's great.
Not my hungry ass unable to read the menu at Popeyes.
Then I had to ask the cashier what he said like 3 times. And he said,
"Oh man,
did you want sides?"
He said, "I know you're high." Every time you said it to him, you're like, "I know you're high."
That's what I was getting from
everyone
him.
Everyone here knows.
Yeah. You're being.
We can all tell.
You are embarrassing yourself. You should go home. And I did. Oh shit, Thomas. Oh my goodness, we've got such a good quotes quiz today.
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people, you can call me your majesty.
Make a rockin' playlist, and I'll tell you your zodiac sign.
I love it. You're big.
Sorry, the actual title is Believe It or Not, I Can Guess Your Zodiac Sign Based on the Playlist You Create.
Virgos make the best playlists. Yeah, this is from Yas Ray, a community contributor with 10,030 points. I feel like that's a very common number of points for these quiz makers. Am I making that up?
No, I think you're right.
I wonder what the math is on that one, but this is not, again, Math Island. Okay, Thomas, first, choose a 90s hit.
Waterfalls by TLC. I could go for some THC right now. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Fantasy by Mariah Carey. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Man. My Heart Will Go On obviously is a great song. That's the one from the boat movie, right? Titanic?
Yes, it is.
Waterfalls by TLC, though, is also a classic.
If I Want It That Way is a classic, and also Fantasy is the one that samples Genius of Love by Tom Tom Club, also a classic.
Oh, okay. I was wondering which song that was. I'm not the biggest Mariah Carey fan, if you can believe it. I got to go with Waterfalls.
I'm actually
though.
picking that one.
Okay, nice.
That's the one I'm picking. It was between that and I Want It That Way.
Oh, interesting. Mine was between Waterfalls and My Heart Will Go On. Making 2 different playlists. Next, choose a hit from the 80s. Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking
2
about.
Prince songs is lazy. I'm sorry.
my God.
They're both good, but you got to pick one.
You've got to pick one. They made the quiz. You've got to pick one. Kiss by Prince. I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me by Whitney Houston. Purple Rain by Prince. Or You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi. Again, 3 great songs and one that I won't be mad about. Take a wild guess which one.
It's probably the Bon Jovi one. I Want to Dance with Somebody is my choice.
It's so good, right? Okay, wait.
It's a fucking great song.
What did I pick first? Waterfalls by TLC. You know what? We're doing a water theme. Purple Rain by Prince is what I'm going with. I can't believe I ever second guessed picking Purple Rain. Purple Rain is a perfect song. More like
Purple
Perfect
Rain is a great song.
Choose a pop hit.
I don't like any of these.
Pick one. Style by Taylor Swift. Break Up With Your Girlfriend. I'm Bored by Ariana Grande. Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Or To Be Loved. Am I Ready by Lizzo. The canceled Lizzo. Did you see the Swifties in that movie theater all dancing around in a circle like they're in Midsommar?
Yeah, I think it would be really funny to be the person at the Eras Tour movie being like, shh, like treating it like it's a library.
I'm here for the
Trying to
cinema.
read my book.
I'm picking up both Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored by Ariana Grande.
I also picked that. Yeah. I like Ariana Grande the best of those artists,
Yeah,
so that's
agreed.
why I picked her.
She's like Bon Jovi in that I won't be mad if one of her songs is on, but I'm not going out of my way to put it on a playlist.
This next one is the easiest choice they have ever given. It's so not even close.
Read it.
Choose a hip-hop bop. California Love by Tupac and Dr. Dre. What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. In My Feelings by Drake. Middle Child by J. Cole. We're going with California Love.
That
That's very
seems
easy.
very easy. Here's one of the greatest songs to ever exist and 3 from the last 5 years that are okay
yeah.
at best.
Yeah. You're, of course, talking about What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
One of the best songs to ever exist.
Everybody loves What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. I went in to get the Jack Harlow meal at whatever fast food restaurant that is, and they said, "What's poppin'?" And I said, "You get it." That's like going to a bar and seeing, and they play Closing Time at 2 a.m. It's like, yeah, I get it. Okay, now choose a breakup hit. Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, who we all know from a dream I had recently. Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Bust Your Windows by Jasmine Sullivan. I like Jasmine Sullivan okay. I don't think I know that song. I Fall Apart by Post Malone. Again, this feels
Jake,
really
here's
easy.
the thing. Here's the thing. We started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. I will be picking Since You've Been Gone.
You gotta pick Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson here. I gotta listen to that Jasmine Sullivan song because I only know a few of her songs. Pick a song from the 2000s. Oh boy, Thomas, can you read these options?
This one is also quite easy to me. I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas, Try Again by Aaliyah, Ponder Replay by Rihanna, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera. It's between two of them, and I think it's still pretty easy choice for me.
I want to hear what is your
I'm
easy choice here.
going with Try Again by Aaliyah.
I thought you were gonna say that, but you might say I had a feeling you were gonna play that because I got a feeling. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I love that song. It always puts me in a good mood. It reminds me of college
That's true.
in like a very party sense. Okay, great. Pick another song. 34 plus 35 by Ariana Grande. Do you get that one, Thomas? Do some quick math there.
Can we have like something that's not like? Can we get some more interesting choices than this, please?
No. Happier Than Ever by
Like even
Billie
if you're
Eilish.
gonna put there are like way more interesting Harry Styles songs you could put on there.
Late Night
But like
Talking
even
by
putting
Harry
Ed Sheeran
Styles.
on any of these is insulting.
2
I'm supposed
Ed
to know
Sheeran
more than
songs.
one of his songs.
I think this one is actually the same as the last one. Shivers by Ed Sheeran. You couldn't tell me that's different from the Ed Sheeran song they mentioned earlier.
I also don't know that I've ever been as indifferent to an artist as I am to Billie Eilish. Like anytime I've heard anything by her, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. But like I don't care.
I'm picking the Harry Styles song. I don't think I know that one specifically.
I am also picking it. It's not. There are Harry Styles songs I like. I really like "Adore You," but they didn't put that on there.
I
So,
like that one that was really big, Sign of the Times.
As It Was. Oh, Sign of the Times.
I
I like As It Was, even though it's like a blatant rip-off of Take On Me. But you know what? If you're going to rip off a song, Take On Me, pretty good one to rip off.
Okay, choose one more popular hit.
This is, of course, Easy On Me by Adele, 1999 by Prince, 22 by Taylor Swift, Therefore I Am by Billie Eilish. I'm going with 1999.
I know, I'm like at an impasse where I already have a Prince song, so I don't want to add another Prince song, but also I don't want to add any of these other
if you're
three
going to do a
songs.
Taylor Swift, I kind of like 22. If I'm being as a generally indifferent to Taylor Swift kind of guy, 22 not bad.
Could you sing that song, but for you? I don't know about you, but
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 32.
there we go. I'm feeling 8 years old. I'm picking 1999 by Prince.
Jake, did I ever send you? Speaking of Taylor Swift, did I ever send you the supercut somebody made of just Taylor Swift songs set to the Sami Zayn entrance theme "Worlds Apart"?
You did, and it's very good. Yes, I like it a lot.
It's good. I love it.
Okay, mine says Virgo, Taurus, or Libra. Is that right? Like they're not even.
Mine says
confident.
Aries, Gemini, or Aquarius. This is great. I can guess if I get 3, I can guess it. And guess what? You're wrong, bitch. Aries, Gemini, or Aquarius. I'm none of those. I'm a Leo.
I'm a Taurus moon and sun, or whatever the third one is. So, but I'm actually a Pisces, of course. So no, you got it wrong, fucko. Of course, next week we'll have more quizzes, more quotes quizzes. Everybody loves the quotes quiz. But right now, we're doing the next segment, which is Thomas. What's your blue sky?
You can follow me at tom.bluesky or .bsky.social. You always have to fucking talk about that every time I say bluesky.social, so I guess I'll say bsky.social.
Okay, fine. Do you post a lot on bsky.social?
Sometimes.
Yeah, same.
There was a skeet or whatever. I'm not calling them that. I had a post on Blue Sky where I said that it's like going to like a nice like cottage.
Yeah.
To get away from it all.
Yeah.
That's what Blue Sky is to me.
It's always very nice. It's a very nice experience, which is something I don't think I ever experienced on Twitter. Even when Twitter was quote unquote good.
Posting on Blue Sky is definitely our fishing.
Yeah.
It's a more relaxing kind of posting.
Absolutely. The show's on Blue Sky. We don't post on that one. But if you wanted to follow it, it's onlyfunsurvivorpod.bsky.social, SOICIAL, since we're spelling things out now. We're also on YouTube, the Only Fun Survivor podcast. Good stuff. What can people comment on YouTube if they are so inclined?
Ha ha ha, very funny smiley face.
And yet nobody has. Does nobody listen to the final 5 minutes of the show? Maybe not. I don't check the analytics. We also have a Patreon. We checked a competitor's Patreon recently to see how many they get, and it wasn't a lot, but we're asking for more because we make even less money. Thomas, what's a show you want to shout out over?
I'm all about big numbers on the board. I'm trying to bring in big fishes. I'm not a day trader. I'm not trying to bring in small
This guy's
bullshit.
Tim Burton over here trying to bring in the big fish.
Yeah, I'm Peter Gabriel, big time.
Yeah, I'm
on my way. I'm making it.
Did you want to give a shout out to one of these shows?
Yeah, absolutely. Basketball season, preseason has started. We're talking teal time, folks.
Teal time.
The Detroit Pistons.
Detroit basketball. Ariel asked me the other day, "Oh, what's Detroit Pistons like? Like, do they have music or like intro music or anything, like theme song?" And I go, "Oh yeah."
Did you immediately respond with Detroit basketball?
I went, Detroit basketball. And she goes, "It's just Detroit basketball." No, that's incorrect.
I don't think they still do it, but did you tell her that they used to do the starting lineup to the final countdown by Europe?
Oh, I
and they would
forgot
have
about
like
that.
big flamethrowers go off.
Yeah. I didn't feel like getting into why Pistons games are so much fun, and the specifics of like when and who made such games so fun. But I'll have you know, people complimented me on my John C. Billups jersey at a party last weekend. So, and I saw somebody else who I didn't talk to wearing a Ben Wallace jersey. So I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I mean, I didn't say that, but I thought it. Anyway, any compliments on basketball jerseys over in your neck of the woods up in GR Rapids?
I haven't been wearing them around here recently, but I get compliments when I wear them when I'm out at like Summer League or whatever. People like my Sharif Abdur-Rahim jersey. They like my Quentin Richardson jersey.
We do love compliments.
My Grant Hill jersey.
Classic. And here's a compliment to you, the listener, Thomas. Did you want to thank the fans?
Thank you, listeners. Thank you for listening.
That's a compliment. What do people write on the Apple Reviews podcast section for this show? And they want to do it 5 stars.
Well, they better want to do it 5 stars, but this is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
It's literally so easy. And like people are like, "Oh, I'm on Spotify, I'm on YouTube." Then comment.
Yeah.
Then comment. You know? Ha ha ha.
For just
very
one
funny.
comment a day, you can fuel our ego for a week.
All we get is spam bots that give us like hearts, which is nice, you know. I appreciate the validation, but I don't want
hearts,
spam bots.
local singles in your area.
Yeah.
It's great, but that doesn't help me.
They say ASL, like we don't talk about our age, sex, and location every episode. Age 32. Sex? Yes, please. All right, have a great summer.
Deuces.
There's a time of victory. There's a page back in history.
You want to hear a hot take?
Yeah?
I don't care about Martin Scorsese.
How so? Have you seen what movies of his have you seen?
He did The Departed, right?
Yeah, that's like the worst one that you could see though. If that's the only one you've seen, I get it, but like that's maybe his worst movie.
He did Taxi Driver, which I haven't seen, but has always been on my list.
Yes, he's done like a million. I mean, like he did Goodfellas, he did Greatfellas is what they should call it because it's a great film. But he did like
Fear, of course, the longest movie of time.
The Irishman famously is like 3.5 hours long, which also a very good movie. But
Well, yeah, they had to film what's his name age in real time.
Oh god, dude, it's worth watching just for how bad that effect looks. Like, the movie's still good, but the effect looks horrible.
114 minutes was Taxi Driver. An appropriate length for a movie.
Taxi Driver is very good.
Apparently Cape Fear is only 128 minutes. Why did I think it was like 4 hours long? Was I confusing it with Heat?
Yeah, Heat is extremely long.
I got through Heat real quick, so...
Yeah, Heat is I think over 3 hours long, but it's like a, you know... It's
It does
well
not feel as
paced.
long as it is.
I want to talk about Hugo, a movie I haven't seen. That's one that I probably won't see because it's like it was one that he made that was like ostensibly for kids, and it's apparently pretty good. But it's a movie about the magic of the movies, and I don't see those on principle.
Oh, yes, I love that. I'm definitely going to watch that movie then. I love movies, about movies especially. Adaptation.
The magic of the movies. Actually, I love adaptation, but I would not say that movie is about the magic of the movies. That
Sunset
movie is about how Charlie
Boulevard.
Kaufman doesn't like making movies.
I loved his other one that came out recently, and by recently I mean like 15 years ago, Synecdoche, New York. That one was great, not boring at all.
It's one of those things where it's like there really might be something there, but it felt so long watching it the first time that I'm never gonna find out.
Let's see how long that movie actually is.
I want to say it was like 2.5 hours long, but
123 minutes. What did you say?
I said I thought it was 2.5 hours long, which tells you how long that movie felt.
Like, I definitely want to rewatch it at some point, but not at any point soon. I gotta rewatch Nope before that. I gotta watch Greatfellas. I gotta watch Cape Fear.
Nope. They should call Nope Great Fellas, because what a great film.
Why didn't they call Nope Greatfellas? The title's right there.
45.
Smarten up, probes.